I've been trying to figure out when it changed exactly. There wasn't a moment I can point to, no morning I woke up and felt the fear, just decided to leave. It was slower than that, quieter than that. Just one day I noticed it wasn't driving anymore. I still have the same life, same uncertainties, same questions, sitting in the same rooms they've always been in. Nothing out there changed, but something in here did. And I think it happened somewhere on all those mornings I kept showing up, even when I was scared. I don't know how to explain it to anybody else. I just know that somewhere between the first desperate night and this quiet morning walk, I stopped being afraid of my own life. Not because I finally figured everything out. I'm not afraid anymore, because I know who's walking beside me now. And that changed everything about how the road feels. I think about all the years fear had the first word every morning, how I'd wake up and immediately brace for whatever the day was gonna take from me. I don't do that anymore. I wake up and breathe first now. That's not nothing, that's everything. So thank you, Father, for staying close through all the scared years, for never once leaving just because I wasn't ready, for being patient enough to walk beside a man who spent a long time looking over his shoulder instead of forward. I'm looking forward now, Father. Oh, I'm not afraid anymore. Not because the road got easier, not because I finally figured everything out. I'm not afraid anymore, because you never left, and somewhere in all that staying, you walked the fear right out of me without me even noticing until now. The morning's wide open ahead of me. Same road, different man walking it. I don't know what's coming, Father, but I'm not bracing for it anymore. I'm just walking, breathing slow, right beside you. Not afraid, not anymore. I used to think I'd have to fight the fear into submission somehow. find the right verse, say the right prayer, build myself up strong enough that it couldn't get back in. That never worked, not once. What worked was something I didn't plan for, just kept showing up to these morning walks, kept talking to you, even when I had nothing good to say. And somewhere in all that showing up, the fear just had less room than it used to. Peace took up the space instead. I didn't defeat the fear, I wanna be honest about that. I didn't win some battle through sheer will. You just stayed so close, there wasn't room for much else. Your peace is stronger than my fear. Not louder, not more dramatic, just stronger. The way a root is stronger than the wind that's been pulling at it for years. Your peace is stronger than my fear. It didn't fight its way in, it just stayed until fear ran out of room. I think about how peace never announced itself the way fear did. Fear came in loud, took over the whole room. Peace just arrived, sat down quiet, didn't ask for attention, just stayed steady until I finally noticed it had been there longer than the fear. So I'm not trying to manage the fear the way I used to, not arguing with it, not building walls against it, just staying close to you, Father, because everywhere you are, peace follows, and everywhere peace stays long enough, fear eventually finds somewhere else to be. Oh, your peace is stronger than my fear. Not louder, not more dramatic, just stronger. The quiet kind of strong that doesn't need to prove itself. Oh, your peace is stronger than my fear. I've seen it now with my own eyes, felt it in my own chest. There's no going back to believing otherwise. The fear's not completely gone, I wanna be honest about that too. But it's quieter now, much quieter. And the peace, Father, the peace is so much louder than it used to be. That you're doing only ever you're doing. I've been a carrier my whole life, other people's problems, my own. Things that weren't even mine to begin with, but I picked up anyway, because it felt irresponsible to leave them on the ground. My shoulders learned the shape of a weight I was never supposed to hold this long. I don't know when I decided that carrying everything alone was the same as being strong. Somewhere early, I think, somewhere before I knew that asking for help wasn't the same thing as falling apart. I'm putting some of it down today, not all of it. I'm not there yet, but some of it. The part that was never mine, the part I've been carrying out of habit more than anything else. I don't have to carry this alone. I keep forgetting that and then remembering it again. I don't have to carry this alone. You've been walking beside me with your hands open the whole time, just waiting for me to hand something over. I think about how pride disguises itself as responsibility sometimes. How I told myself I was being strong when really I was just too proud to let anyone see the weight. Even you, even though you already knew. So here, Father, take this one, the worry I've been carrying about things I can't control, the guilt I keep picking back up after I've already put it down, the future I keep trying to hold with both hands like it's mine to manage. It was never mine to manage. Oh, I don't have to carry this alone. I keep forgetting that and then remembering it again. I don't have to carry this alone. You've been walking beside me with your hands open this whole time. I'm finally actually handing it over. My shoulders feel different today, not empty, just lighter, like something got redistributed to hands that were always more capable than mine. Thank you for taking it, Father. Thank you for never once making me feel foolish for carrying it so long. Apology for something I said more times than I can count. I said you weren't there, said it to myself, said it to the ceiling at 2 in the morning, said it like it was fact when it was just fear talking. I've been retracing the hard years with different eyes lately, and I keep finding you in places I swore were empty. The conversation that came at exactly the right time, the strength I had on days I shouldn't have had any, the mornings I made it through when I was sure I wouldn't. That was you. Was never really absence, it was just me. Too broken to see straight, too scared to recognize what was standing right beside me. You think about the moments I almost gave up, the nights I was so close to just letting go of everything I believed. Something kept me, I called it stubbornness then. I know now it had a different name, it had your name. So I'm standing here today, yeah, a little undone by it all. Not in a sad way, just in the way you feel when you realize you were loved through something you didn't even know you were being loved through. That kind of undone, the grateful kind. You were here all along. Every night I called empty, every room I called lonely, every prayer I thought went nowhere. You were here all along. I see it now, Father, all of it, every single moment. I thought I was alone, I wasn't, I never was. I'm just standing still for a minute, letting that land all the way. Go ahead. You were here, Father, the whole time. Every hard night, every quiet morning, every step above the whole long road. Right here, you were always right here. You right here. My heart used to run, even when my body was sitting still, racing through every possible outcome, every worst case, every version of tomorrow where something goes wrong. I didn't even notice it was doing that for a long time. It was just the background noise of being me. I noticed the difference now, sitting here this morning with the window open and the early light coming in slow. Heart's just here, not running anywhere, not rehearsing anything, just beating steady like it finally remembered. That's all it was ever asked to do. I don't know how long it takes for an anxious heart to learn stillness. Mine took a while, but I think it's learning slowly, morning by morning, walk by walk. My heart learned to be still, not empty, not numb, just still. The way deep water is still, full and quiet at the same time. My heart learned to be still, Father. I don't think it could have done that without you staying close enough to show it how. I think about how stillness was always the invitation. Be still and know. I read that 100 times without understanding it. Now I think I do. You can't know the way you want me to know while I'm running. The knowing happens in the still, right here, right now. So I'm protecting this, Father, this stillness my heart works so hard to find. I'm not filling it with noise today, not letting the world talk it back into running. I'm keeping it here, quiet, open, breathing slow, learning stillness. One morning the mountain's still there. I wanna be clear about that. Didn't move overnight, didn't shrink while I was sleeping. Same size it was when I first saw it and felt my stomach drop. But something's different about how I'm looking at it this morning. I think it's the company, hard to explain until you felt it. How the same problem that felt impossible alone feels like something different when somebody's standing right beside you, who's seen bigger mountains than this one. I'm not pretending it's not there. I'm not pretending it's gonna be easy. I'm just not facing it the same way I used to. Head down alone, bracing for the worst. Even this mountain feels smaller with you beside me. Not gone, not moved, just smaller than it was when I was measuring it without you in the picture. Even this mountain feels smaller. I think that's what courage actually looks like. Not the mountain shrinking, just the fear of it losing its hold. I think about how fear makes everything larger than it actually is. Adds height to the mountain, adds distance to the climb, makes the thing look impossible from the bottom, when maybe it's just hard, not impossible. There's a difference, so I'm looking at it different today. Still real, still requiring something from me, but I've got company on the climb. And you never once looked at one of my mountains like it was too much. Not once. That matters, that changes everything about how I put my foot on the first stone. Even this mountain feels smaller with you beside me. Not gone, not moved, just smaller than fear made it. Just manageable in a way it never felt alone. Even this mountain, Father, even this one feels like something we can walk together. Still looking at it, still real. But I took a step toward it today instead of away. That's new, that's you, Father, making mountains feel like mountains instead of like the end of everything. I'm still here, still walking toward it, right beside you. I didn't wake up brave, just wanna say that right from the start. Went to bed last night with the same weight I've been carrying for a while now. Didn't pray anything special, didn't prepare for anything, just slept. But then the light came in, that early gold kind that doesn't ask permission. And I sat up and something was different in my chest. Not loud, not dramatic, just a quiet steadiness that wasn't there when I closed my eyes. I didn't build it overnight, didn't earn it, didn't find it at the bottom of enough effort. It was like it belonged there. Courage found me this morning. I think that's how you work, Father, giving things before I know I need them. I think about how I used to chase courage, try to manufacture it through enough preparation, enough convincing myself, enough positive thinking. Never worked for long. This kind is different. This kind came from outside me. This kind is somewhere solid to stand. So I'm receiving it today, not questioning where it came from, not wondering if it'll last. Just walking into the morning with this quiet steadiness in my chest that I didn't put there. You put it there, Father. Same way you put the light through that window before I even asked. This morning I didn't go looking for it. It just showed up with the sunrise and sat down in my chest like it belonged there. Courage found me this morning, and I think it's gonna stay long enough to get me through the day. That's all I need just today. The light's fully in the room now. Courage still here, steady, quiet, real. Thank you, Father, for leaving it where I find it. First thing, right there with the morning light, right there before I even stood up. I've been breathing slower lately, not on purpose at first. Just noticed one morning that I wasn't rushing through the air the way I used to, like my body finally decided it was safe enough to take the whole breath in, not just enough to keep moving, the whole thing. And every time I do, something comes with it. Not a thought exactly, more like a knowing. Like each breath in carries a quiet reminder that even this was given. And each breath out is its own kind of thank you. I don't always pray with words anymore. Some mornings it's just this, just breathing slow, just being aware of who's breathing with me, just letting that be enough. Every breath reminds me of you, and a gift received out, a quiet thank you. Every breath reminds me of you. Not a theology, not a doctrine, just the simple fact of air in my lungs that came from your hand. I think about how close you have to be to give someone breath, not across the room, not watching from a distance, right there, present enough to be the reason I'm still here. I don't take that lightly the way I used to. I take it slowly now, one breath at a time. So this is my prayer this morning, Father.
No words exactly,
Just this,
in out,
aware,
grateful,
present, each breath a small conversation between the life you gave and the one who gave it. I don't need more than this to feel close to you. I never did.
every breath reminds me of you.
In a gift received out of quiet.
Thank you.
Every breath
Reminds me of you.
I used to look so far to find you.
Turns out
You were as close as the next breath. You always were. You always will be.
still breathing, Father.
So
Grateful
you're here. Thank you, and still here. I'm still grateful. Every single one. I spent a long time looking for a safe place. Different rooms, different seasons, different versions of a life that might finally feel like somewhere I could put the weight down and breathe. I kept looking in the wrong direction. I think I was searching for a feeling, for circumstances arranged just right, for enough stability on the outside that the inside could finally stop bracing. That never came, and now I understand why it never came. The safe place was never gonna be a location, never gonna be a season or a situation. It was always gonna be a person. It was always gonna be you. I can rest inside your presence, not in a perfect life, not in answered prayers or resolved circumstances. I can rest inside your presence right here, right now, exactly as things are, because you're here, and that's the only thing that ever made anywhere feel safe. I think about how home was never a building for me. It was always a feeling, and I chased that feeling through more places than I can count. I'm done chasing, now I found it, not in a place, in you, in the quiet company of the one who never moves. So I'm not looking anymore, not scanning the horizon for better circumstances, not waiting for the right season to finally let myself rest. I'm resting now, Father, right here in the middle of everything unresolved, right here in the ordinary morning, right for in all the wrong places. Found it, Father, finally found it, and it feels exactly like home. I'm not saying this from the top of a mountain. I wanna be honest about that. I'm saying it from the same ordinary morning I've been waking up to for weeks now. Same coffee, same window, same unfinished life. But something shifted in how it all feels. The things I used to stare at like they were walls don't look exactly like walls anymore. Still there, still requiring something from me, but there's a difference now between a wall and a door I just haven't opened yet. I'm starting to see doors where I used to only see walls. I'm not talking myself into optimism. That's not what this is. This is something quieter than that. Something that came from the outside in, from you in. Nothing feels impossible with you near. Not because I got stronger, not because the hard things got easier, just because I stopped measuring what's possible by what I can do alone. Nothing feels impossible with you near. That's not confidence in me, Father. That's confidence in you. Difference. I think about all the things I never tried because fear did the math first and told me the numbers didn't add up. Fear's a terrible mathematician. It always leaves you out of the equation. When I put you back in, the numbers look different. Everything looks different. So I'm not making big declarations today, not writing down a list of everything I'm gonna do now that I'm not afraid. I'm just walking the same road, same old, same old, same Father beside me, just noticing that the road ahead looks less like something to survive and more like something to walk into. Nothing feels impossible with you near. Not because I got stronger, not because the hard things got easier, just because you're here and you've never once looked in my life like anything in it was too much for you. Nothing feels impossible with you near. I'm learning to see it the same way you do. Still walking, Father. Nothing resolved yet. Nothing resolved yet. Nothing perfectly arranged, but nothing impossible either. Not with you this close. Not anymore. Not anymore. Just keep walking with me. That's all I need. Just stay near. Woo! still a storm out there. I'm not pretending otherwise. Still some weather in my life that hasn't cleared yet. Still some clouds that don't ask permission before they show up. But I'm standing different in it than I used to. Something changed about the standing. I used to let the storm decide everything. My mood, my faith, my sense of weather. Things were gonna be okay. If the weather was bad, I was bad. If the storm was loud, I was lost. I gave it way too much authority for way too long. The storm didn't lose its power overnight. I just stopped handing mine over every time it showed up. That's not the same thing as the storm going away. It's something better, maybe. It's me finally standing my ground. The storm doesn't own me now. It can come, it can be loud, it can stay longer than I'd like, but it doesn't get to tell me who I am anymore. The storm doesn't own me now. I belong to something steadier than any weather this life brings. I think about how storms always felt personal before, like they were aimed at me specifically, like I'd done something to deserve the particular weather I kept getting. I don't think that way anymore. Storms come, that's what storms do, but they come to a man who knows whose he is now, and that changes everything. So let it rain, Father. I'm not saying that easy. I'm saying it because I've stood in enough storms now to know they don't last forever. And more than that, I've stood in enough of them with you beside me to know I don't have to wait for the rain to stop to feel okay. Throw at me. Still some clouds out there, not pretending otherwise, but I'm standing in the open instead of hiding. Head up, breathing slow, not owned by any of it, not anymore. I woke up with the weight still on my chest, the kind that doesn't lift with morning light. I've been here before, I know this feeling well, the quiet war between my fear and what I know is right. I don't have all the answers mapped out clean. I don't know what this road looks like ahead, but I know who's walking next to me right now, and maybe that's enough to take the next step. So I won't wait until the fear is gone. I won't wait until it all makes sense. I'll choose to trust you in the in-between, in the silence, in the questions, in the doubt. I choose faith one more time, not because I have it figured out. I choose faith one more time, because you've never let me down. Not a feeling, not a certainty, just a hand reaching out for yours. I choose faith one more time, and I'll choose it again tomorrow. The places where you didn't make sense, and still somehow the ground held underneath. I've stood in storms I thought would take me under, and found you quiet there, steady and near. So I'm not starting over from zero today. I'm carrying everything you've already done. Each time I chose to trust and wasn't abandoned, that's the faith I'm standing on right now. So I won't wait until the fear is gone. I won't wait until it all makes sense. I choose to trust you in the in-between, in the silence, in the questions, in the doubt. Because you've never let me down. Not a feeling, not a certainty, just a hand reaching out for yours. I choose faith one more time, and I'll choose it again tomorrow. I'm not asking you to clear the road, you to walk it with me. I'm not asking for the fear to disappear. I'm asking for your hand inside of it. You don't ask me to be certain, you just ask me to come. So here I am, uncertain, willing, choosing you above the noise in my head. One more time, just one more time. That's all I have today, and somehow that's always been enough. I choose faith one more time, not because the fear is finally gone. I choose faith one more time, because you've always been enough. Just a life leaning into yours. I choose faith one more time, and I'll choose it again tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that. One more time, one more time. That's all I have. One more time, and it's enough. One more time. I've been lying awake, running numbers in my head. Every possible outcome of the things I can't predict. I built 1,000 futures just to watch them fall apart. And every single one of them was carried in my chest. I know the worry doesn't change a thing. I know the math was never mine to do. But somewhere between midnight and the morning, I forgot that I was walking next to you. So I'm laying it all down, every question I've been holding too tight. I can't carry what I haven't seen yet, and I don't have to. You hold tomorrow for me, so I don't have to hold it myself. You hold tomorrow for me, every page I haven't read yet. What I can't see, you already know. What I can't plan, you already hold. You hold tomorrow for me, and that is more than enough. There were days I thought the ground would disappear, seasons where I couldn't read the road ahead. And every single time I couldn't find my footing, somehow I woke up standing on the next day. That wasn't luck and it wasn't me, that was your hand beneath what I couldn't see. If you held those tomorrows then, you're holding this one too. So I'm laying it all down, every question I've been holding too tight. I can't carry what I haven't seen yet, and I don't have to. You hold tomorrow for me, so I don't have to hold it myself. You hold tomorrow for me, every page I haven't read yet. What I can't see, you already know. What I can't plan, you already hold. You hold tomorrow for me, and that is more than enough. I don't need to know the ending to trust the one who wrote it. I don't need to see the whole road to walk it with you here. So I open up my hands now. Everything I try to manage, everything I try to plan, everything I try to plan, I give it back to you. Take the weight of what I can't control, take the fear of what might never come, take tomorrow. You always held it anyway. You hold tomorrow for me, so I don't have to hold it myself. You hold tomorrow for me, every page I haven't read yet. What I can't see, you already know. What I can't plan, you already hold. You hold tomorrow used to wake up tired before the day began, carrying yesterday's weight in these two trembling hands. Walk through crowded rooms, feeling invisible and small. Smiled at everyone I knew, and nobody saw through it all. But there's a road I've been walking since I stopped trying to run. Just me and the Father under this early morning sun. Not healed all the way, not got it figured out, just quieter inside than I've ever been about. My soul finally feels safe. Lord, my soul finally feels safe. Not because the hard times left me, but because you never did, never did. My soul finally feels safe. After all the nights I barely made, I woke up this morning breathing easy. My soul finally feels safe. I used to read the Bible looking for a way out. Now I read it like a letter from someone who knows my doubts. There's a difference between believing and knowing down in your bones that even on the loneliest roads, you have never been alone. I learned that slow, the way all real things grow. Not in a moment, but in years of letting go. Still got my questions, still got my scars, but I don't hold them like weapons anymore. My soul finally feels safe. Lord, my soul finally feels safe. Not because the hard times left me, but because you never did, never did. My soul finally feels safe. After all the nights I barely made, I woke up this morning breathing easy. My soul finally feels safe. You know what nobody tells you about being afraid for a long time? Nobody tells you that the fear becomes familiar, that you start to mistake it for who you are. I thought the anxiety was me. I thought the dread was just how I was built. But one morning, walking in the quiet before the world woke up, I heard something. Not a voice exactly, more like a knowing. That was never you. That was never who I made. And something that had been locked up for a very long time just opened. Now I walk a little slower, I look up a little more. I don't need all the answers, I didn't need them before. There's a man I'm becoming, that the fear never let me be. Patient, present, unafraid of just being me. And every morning that I wake up and the wait ain't what it was, I say thank you real quiet, just because my soul finally feels safe. Lord, my soul finally request today. No list of things I need. Just standing at the end of this road, looking back at where I've been. I see the nights I couldn't move, the mornings I barely rose. I see the weight I carried wrong and the grace I didn't know. But more than all of that, more than anything I see you there in every single part of it, walking next to me. Not a word of complaint today, not a question or a fear, just a heart that finally understands what it means that you were here. Thank you for walking beside me through the roads I couldn't name. Thank you for the silent mornings when you showed up just the same. I didn't always feel you, I didn't always see, but you were always walking right here beside me. There were crossroads where I froze, didn't know which way to go. There were valleys long and hollow where the light came in so slow. I made my share of wrong turns, said things I can't take back, but every time I looked around, you were still on that track. Not disappointed, not tired of my pace, just steady and faithful and full of grace. I used to think I had to earn the right to have you near, but you were never waiting on the best version of me to appear. Thank you for walking beside me through the roads I couldn't name. Oh, thank you for the silent mornings when you showed up just the same. Oh, I didn't always feel you, I didn't always see, but you were always walking right here beside me. I used to think that a testimony had to be loud, had to have a dramatic before and a triumphant after. But mine is quieter than that. Mine is just a man who was afraid, learning to walk again, one morning at a time, and a father who never once said, "Hurry up," who just kept walking at whatever pace I could manage, never ahead, never behind, right here, right beside every single step. That's the whole story, that's all of it, and it's more than enough. Now the road keeps going, and I don't know what's ahead, but I've stopped needing to know. That's not what carries me instead. What carries me is simpler. Just one thing I've come to trust, that wherever this road leads me, you'll be walking with me like you always does. Thank you for walking same. Oh, thank you for the hard years, thank you for the slow, thank you for the patience when I had nowhere to go. I didn't always feel you, I didn't always see, but you were always walking right here beside me. No more words now, just walking. The road is still there, and you are still here, and that is everything. Is everything. I don't come with a request today, no list of things I need. Just standing at the end of this road, looking back at where I've been. I see the nights I couldn't move, the mornings I barely rose. I see the weight I carried wrong, and the grace I didn't know. But more than all of that, more than anything, I see you there in every single part of it, walking next to me. Not a word of complaint today, not a question or a fear, just a heart that finally understands